Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Lisa and this is Lisa on Life. I am a wife to my husband, a mom to my kids, a teacher with 2 jobs, with some big saving goals, and it is my last weekend as a 38-year-old. Monday, the day that you are watching this, is going to be my birthday. And so today, on this fantastic Saturday and this fantastic weekend, I am doing all of the things that make me happy in honor of my birthday on Monday, because let's be honest, having a birthday on a weekday, you can't do too much. So here we go. First things first, I did not eat lunch with the kiddos and my husband on purpose because I am treating myself on my birthday. I would typically go out for lunch, but since my schedule at school is just bat-cat crap crazy, there's not enough time. And plus I think I have lunch duty on Monday anyway, which just is like exhausting. But okay, so I am going to treat myself to lunch today. I am hiding it from the kids, cuckoo, cuckoo. So, any guesses on what I'm getting for lunch? Any ideas? I'll show you once I get it. Got it. Already killed it. And yes, I will be 39. And this is a Happy Meal, a 6-piece. Hey, wait. I said 6-piece. I thought that it went by too quickly. Ah, but anywho. This was my quick treat to myself, a 6-piece, but really 4-piece. You got me there, McDonald's. Chicken McNugget Happy Meal with a Coke, because I have to be quick about this and destroy the evidence before I go home. Because now let me catch you up. And let's take a second and appreciate all the that my 30-year-old self would tell my 20-year-old self. So having lived through the vast majority of my 30s, here is what I would have to say to my 20-year-old self. So if you are someone that is in your 20s and you are watching this, listen to what I have to say, because maybe your 20 self is acting like the way my 20-year-old self did, and you could probably use some of this information. Let's see. Number 1, don't be financially stupid. I spent the whole entire majority of my 30s making up for mistakes that I made in my 20s, not understanding that credit was a thing that you had to pay back. I got myself into a massive car loan that took me a really long time to pay off in the midst of losing several jobs. And I spent the vast majority of my 30s really trying to focus, and honestly I still am to this day, because it's a process. Don't make financially dumb mistakes, please, because it sets you back so much. When I actually got this car after my accident, I was so incredibly excited because my credit score was finally like where I wanted it to be. It's still not perfect, but it's making massive leaps and bounds, and I'm really excited about that. I would also tell my 20-year-old self that you don't need everyone's approval. In my 20s, I was all about what people thought about me, and it really, really drove a lot of my relationships. I cared about what people thought. I lived to please them. And guess how many of those people are still around today? Not very many. So, dear 20-year-old self, don't live for other people. Live for yourself. Help others. But don't sacrifice what you want regardless of who the person is. If they love you, they will love you and help you, support you with your passions and your goals. So do not care for 2 seconds what other people think of you. The last piece of advice that I have to give to my 20-year-old self would be, stop trying to be like other people. You are good enough. High school me was not pretty, and college me was maybe even worse. I had a pretty firm stand on who I thought I was, and then my 20s happened, and then I had children, and all of a sudden I had to help these small humans figure out who they were without really knowing who I was myself. I was like a chameleon, in all honesty. I would change based upon the people that were around, and I really wasn't true to who I was. And again, we go back to the people that I tried to please and the fact that they're not there because I was trying to be someone and something that I wasn't, and it stuck out like a sore thumb. So 20-year-old self, please, please, please don't live for others. You are perfect the way that you are. Be you. Anyone who doesn't like it, that's their issue and their problem. That's not yours. I am going to go in and, first of all, destroy this evidence and get myself a frozen latte. I will check back in with you when I get out. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this is almost as big as my head. And also, I think, as tall as the Happy Meal box was. So that's insane. This is absolutely my favorite. It's salted caramel with marshmallow, with 2% milk, and I'm picky, I like whipped cream. And if you have been here for any amount of time, you know exactly where I am now. And it's funny because when I decided to start my YouTube channel, I was petrified. It's something that I had always wanted to do. I felt like the world was going to crumble and break apart if I tried it. And one of the things that really taught me how to balance my budget and be savvy was my job at Dollar General, and that's where I learned about the 5 off 25 coupons, and I did quite a few for a long time. That was how I wrapped up every single video, was at the Dollar General buying the things that I needed for the week. I think I even did one on throwing a party for a budget of only stuff that I bought at the Dollar General with 2 coupons, and I spent $40 or maybe a little bit over. But anywho, you could go back and see those if you want. I'll put them here if you're interested. But it just feels so right to come here because really, just like a fine wine, I feel like I'm getting better with age. And while 20-year-old me was a total and complete butthead, totally and completely hot mess, toot toot express, I feel like 30-year-old Lisa spent the majority of the time picking up and doing the work to figure out where the pieces fit that 20-year-old Lisa had no idea how to do it. And now I have to say that I'm almost closer and entering into my last year of my 30s. I have some rock star people in my life, both professionally and personally, that just, I'm so lucky that they're in my life, and I am so appreciative of everything that I have, and I work my butt off. It's not easy being a mom and working 2 jobs. Being any parent and working 2 jobs is tough, and I just feel so incredibly lucky, and I feel like the older that I'm getting, the better it's getting. So I feel almost kind of sentimental sitting outside of this Dollar General, because I started working at this one to have spending money, because between the electricity and the cable and all the other things that I would have to pay, I was just looking to have some, what I call jingle money, money in your pocket that it's okay to spend and you don't have to feel guilty about it. So this was really my first When I started here, it was because I wanted some jingle money to spend guilt-free on myself, and that led into the coupons, which then led into the YouTube, and I ended up leaving this job because it was just physically too much for me. My body told me that I just couldn't handle it anymore. And so I still shop here at the same one that I worked at, and it's so fun because I still see a lot of the people that I worked with. But I'm gonna go in, I have to find a couple things. Hopefully I can find them. For my faith formation program, we have another class on Tuesday night, and I'll touch base with you when I come out. Alright, so on a birthday weekend note, I bought dog treats because my dog is always getting through them. Batiste because dry shampoo is necessary for life when you're a teacher with 2 jobs and 2 kids. And also I bought myself some bath bombs so that I just kind of remember to take some time. I'll probably end up putting one of these in the bath probably tomorrow and just kind of soaking away my Sunday night, because the Sunday night scaries are extremely real this year. Being a teacher, I feel like it's just getting harder and harder and more difficult and stressful. And it's a shame because I love what I do and I have so much passion. Like, when I'm with the kids, I'm fine. But it's everything else that comes crashing down that you're expected to just handle and manage and keep your head up through it all, and it's a lot. So I have the feeling I'll be popping one of these puppies in the bath tomorrow. Kind of is just a good way to boost my mood before the week. But what I really wanted to show you was I found one of the things that I needed for fun-sized Skittles. We're doing a faith formation lesson this week on colors of my world, and it calls for Skittles and fun-sized M&Ms. I could not find regular fun-sized M&Ms. I found regular and peanut, and I have peanut allergies, so I don't want to risk it. But essentially these will be wrapped up. They won't know if they'll get Skittles or M&Ms, and then they will kind of gain points based upon which one they have, what colors they have. There's a whole entire key for it that they'll see, and they'll add up the number of points that they have and then the number of points that they have at a table. So it'll be a very interesting lead into talking about all the different facets that make us who we are, and we are best when all of our colors shine through. I may have bought a very colorful wig. The jury is still out on whether I'm going to wear that or not. If you think that I should wear that wig and also video it so you can see it too, give me a thumbs up. The jury's still out on as to whether I'm going to do that or not. But I do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home. I'm going to enjoy my latte. I'm going to unpack the little bit of stuff that I got from DG, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for birthday weekend part 2. See you tomorrow. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It is day 2 of my birthday weekend, and it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I slept in a little bit today, and that was so nice to be able to do. I don't get to sleep in like that very often, and honestly I was up before 8 o'clock anyway, so while I slept in a little bit, it wasn't anything extravagant or sleep until noon or anything like that. And I went to church, which, as we know, I absolutely love to do. Last night, my husband surprised me and took me out shopping. My mother-in-law watched the kids, and we went out shopping. Since I started intermittent fasting, I have lost 10 pounds, and so he took me out to buy me some new clothes that fit better, like professional-ish, more-ish looking clothes, because anyone who knows me well knows my standard uniform is pants, either black or khakis. I'm trying to mix in some colors, a fancier top, and then typically a ponytail is my uniform. And I've been mixing that up with my Vans or my tennies. And so he wanted me to have some more professional-ish looking clothes that fit me better. So that was fun. We ordered dinner. I'm still not okay with a restaurant because we went to a concert and we were sitting so close. Like the person next to me was so incredibly close to me that it just was disgusting. Nothing against anyone who is ready for that. It is not a fear thing for me. It's just, I don't know about the person next to me. And so that just, it's a little too close for comfort for me at this point. So I stay safe and do what the CDC recommends and mask and all that. So just wanted to touch base with you very quickly. I ended up securing all of the bags of M&Ms that I need for my local Walmart. So my faith formation students, we are going to have all of these wrapped and they will pick a candy from the bin. It will either be an M&M or a Skittle, which I have to go pick those up at Target right now. I had 4 bags and I really kind of think I need 6 bags. So I put 2 more on pickup from my local Target. So I need to go across the street and pick those up and then head home. But they'll pick either an M&M or a Skittle, and all of them have different point values. And essentially, it will lead into a talk about those that have more, what do we do to help those that don't have as much, and how can we live our lives in a way where we share the gifts and talents that we have. It doesn't always have to be monetary, but how do we share the gifts and talents that we have for the greater good? So I am really excited to have all of that. That's a big load off of my mind and my Sunday scary chest, because the Sunday scaries are a real thing. Like I feel the anxiety like right here that tomorrow is the beginning of another work week. So I'm going to go. I'm going to hit Target. I need to get some wrapping paper from the dollar store, and then I'm going to go home. We're going to pick up the kids. I'm going to spend some time with my family, and I'm going to get this video edited so that you can see this tomorrow morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here and for following along on this journey with me. I am so incredibly lucky to be hitting year number 39. It is not lost on me that I could not be here after the accident in March. I'm very lucky to be here, and I will never take a single day for granted, or anything that I have the capability of doing for granted either. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you soon. We'll catch you in the next one.